Welcome back. Now, the Dublin Horse Show is due to take place once again this August, with the creme de la creme of international show jumping set to compete with one another throughout the week, which got us thinking, how hard could it be to become an international show jumper? Well, very difficult as it happens, which I found out when I visited Brennanstown Riding School recently to give it a try. Louise, thank you so much for inviting us down here today. I've been set a challenge to learn how to show jump in 3 months, which is laughable to me.
Quite interesting, maybe.
Is it possible, do you think?
We'll have to see how much of a natural you are.
Not very, I'd imagine. It's been a long time since I was on a horse, maybe 25 years. Of course, you live and breathe horses because as well as working here at Brennanstown, you're a professional. So how did you get into eventing in the first place?
Obviously, Mum had Brennanstown. I was born into it. And when Mum was growing up, she was into eventing, actually. So we started in showing, and then, yeah, I just love the cross-country element, so I've always been into it.
Eventing would be a mixture of cross-country, dressage and show jumping.
And show jumping, yeah, exactly.
Great.
Like the triathlon of horse sport.
Horse riding seems to be becoming more popular in this country for small children, for school children. So what are the advantages and the benefits of being surrounded by these majestic animals?
Well, I think now, especially a lot of adults like to see their children out doing sport. You learn responsibility from an early age when you're dealing with animals. So I think that's a huge element of it.
The fact that we're living in a digital age now means that you get to put the phones away because you can't bring them with you when you're sitting on top of a horse, and you actually live in the present.
And even for, adults that have a busy life and busy work life, it's great to get out of the office and just clear your mind for the hour of the lesson. You can't be thinking about other stuff, because you have to focus, and there's so much involved because they have their own identity and you have to deal with them. So,
if somebody arrived up at your stables tomorrow, how long would it take before they were comfortable cantering or galloping?
You actually never know. It really depends on how the person is once they sit in the saddle, how they feel. Confidence is a massive element, and you have to be careful not to over push someone too quickly, because the moment you lose your confidence, you can kind of try and lie to me, but it's hard to lie to the horse because they feel what your body is tensing and doing, so it is a big element of it.
Well, I'm kitted out already for the most part. I have my sparkly jodhpurs, but I do need a hat, of course, and you're going to give me the final few bits now that I need and introduce me to my lovely horse.
Yep.
Who have you got for me?
We have Duke for you. He's very special, so I'm sure your personalities will click.
I hope he's got a strong back. After a quick trip to the offices of Brennanstown Riding School to get kitted out, it was time to meet my partner in crime for the next few months, 25-year-old Duke.
We'll start with the basics. So how you sit on the horse. Imagine like you're standing on the ground, so you need your legs underneath your hips. And you sit quite gently. You try not to grip too much. So actually to bring your seat into the middle of the saddle, not to the back, exactly. And then you try and keep everything low. So imagine like you're breathing out, hands down. Yeah,
the
but
opposite
not slumped,
of yoga.
Not slumped.
Okay.
So keep your stomach straight and your head up, exactly. Okay, so keep the hands, think near the neck strap. And if you feel uneasy, you can just grab that neck strap as well as the range. Okay, so this strap here.
Sounds good.
Right, how are you feeling? Better?
Ready for a walk.
We try a little walk?
I'd love that.
Okay, so to go walking, you just squeeze with your legs. He's going to go fairly easily anyway. Good. And keep the shoulders back. Okay, good. And then we'll let go of the neck strap now. Good.
Once I'd mastered the art of walking slowly, it was time to step it up a notch and try a bit of trotting.
Okay, so while we're standing still, we're going to practice for the rising trot. Okay, so you're going to sit right back and tall and keep that heel lower than your toe. Okay, so when you learn this, as well as your reins, just hold that strap. So this is just going to keep your hands still. Okay, and now you're going to stand up nice and high. Yeah, and just practice that you can hold yourself up and sit back down again.
Gosh, my leg muscles are not what they were 25 years ago.
Well, your left hand's free. Well, my left hand's free.
Louise, I really enjoyed that lesson today. Thank you.
Good.
didn't think we'd get as far as trotting, so I'm well impressed with your tuition.
We have to do speedy stuff if you're going to be jumping one of these.
So Duke's going to be my companion for the next few months anyway, as you take on this challenge.
Yep. You comfortable with him?
Oh, yeah.
There's plenty of choice up there, but
No.
it looked good today.
Oh, I couldn't turn my back on you now, Pet.
Stay loyal.
Exactly. Thanks so much, Louise.
Very good.
One more time around?
One more time.
Lovely.